Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are interested in learning Mandarin Chinese or are currently studying this language, I'm going to share with you 10 cute facts about Mandarin that will provide you with deep insight into this language. And of course, you will have plenty of takeaways to brag about to your friends. Let's start with some basic knowledge. Characters and tones are two main features of the Chinese language. Unlike languages that use an alphabet, the Chinese languages use a logographic writing system. Each character represents a word or a meaningful part of a word. There are over 50,000 characters, but knowing around 2,000 to 3,000 characters is sufficient for everyday reading. Mandarin Chinese is known for its tonal nature, which is a fundamental aspect that distinguishes it from many Indo-European languages. In Chinese, the tone in which a syllable is pronounced can change the meaning of the word. Remember, these two main features make this language playful, which makes for some really fun wordplay in stories or just chatting. There's this saying, 年年有余, which is all about wishing for more good stuff every year. We say it quite often on Chinese New Year. The interesting parts, the word for extra, 鱼 sounds just like fish, 鱼. So eating fish on Lunar New Year is a big deal for luck. But get this, sharing a pear, 分离, is a no-go because it's a homophone for splitting up, 分离. And when it comes to how Chinese names global brands, it's all about that word play too. Benz turns into 奔驰. The translation is first inspired by the phonetic sound and picks the word that contain relevant meaning. 奔驰 here gives off vibe of speeding ahead, caricaturing the brand's speedy luxury. Then there's Chanel, which becomes 香奈儿 in Chinese. It's got 香 in it, which means fragrant, totally nailing what Chanel's all about with their perfumes or fancy goods. Have you ever wondered about how Chinese people pick names? It is a whole different ballgame. You know how in the West we've got loads of Peters, Marys, Andrews, and Zoes? Well, in China, it's not like that at all. The cool thing about Chinese names isn't the sound. It's all about the characters they pick. You might meet two people with names that sound the same, but the characters could be totally different. One might be more masculine and the other more feminine. Imagine meeting two people named Li Lei. Li is a common Chinese family name. To you, they sound identical, but when you see their names written down, they are completely different. One Lei uses a character that means pile of rocks or board, often associated with strength and masculinity. The another Lei means flower bud, suggesting something delicate, beautiful, and full of potential qualities, often romanticized as feminine. Despite having some common last names like Zhao, Li, Wang, it's super rare to run into someone with the exact same name as you. I mean, with over 50,000 characters to pick from, the odds are in your favor. And naming kids in China, it can be kind of a wild card. Some parents go for names with meanings they like, while others might hit out a fortune teller to pick a name that will bring good luck based on their kid's birthday. So if you ever want to make a Chinese friend feel special, ask them what their name means. Specifically, ask what each character means. It's a great convo starter. Numbers in Chinese aren't just numbers, they are like a secret code for different wishes and messages. Take a 1314, 1314 for example. It's not just a sequence, it sounds like 一生一世, which means forever or for a lifetime. Then there's a 520, 520, which is code for I love you because it sounds kinda like 我爱你 when you say it fast. It's a big deal on the internet and during special days like a Valentine's Day. There's this cute thing where husbands slip their wives some red pocket cash, picking amounts like 1,314 for a lifetime of love or 520 for a sweet I love you message. But it's not all about love. Some numbers get kosher because they sound like bad news. The number 4, 4, is a big no-no for a lot of folks because it is a homophone for death, 死. So don't be surprised if you see people skipping it in phone numbers, addresses, or even floor numbers in buildings. On a lighter note, 8, 8 is a big hit because it sounds like a 发 in 发财, which means to get rich. This new year, I went all out and sent 168 168元 red pockets to friends and families, standing for 一路发, basically wishing them a smooth ride to wealth. You know how we Chinese are big on that getting rich thing. If you are looking to learn Mandarin Chinese in a structured way, consider using good textbooks like those in the HSK series. The official publisher, Beijing Language and Culture University Press, has an overseas online bookstore where you can explore various textbooks. All the books on the platform are genuine. Use my discount code Zoe for a 50% discount. I've included the link in the description box. Be quick, this discount is only until the end of March. In Chinese, mixing color characters with others can paint some pretty cool pictures with words. Like 红火 isn't just red fire, it's a way to say something's on fire in a good way, super successful. If we say 生活红红火火, the literal translation is life is red and fiery, but it actually expresses a vision of a state of a vibrant and flourishing life. The word 黄, which literally means yellow, is colloquially used to indicate that something has failed, aborted, or fallen through. When we say 这事儿黄了, it means this matter has fallen through or this thing has been cancelled. The character 白, which literally means white, is often used in expressions to convey a sense of wasted effort, somewhat similar to in vain or for nothing in English. 白干了. This can be translated as worked for nothing or all that work for nothing. Another color word you really have to pay attention to is 绿, meaning green. It's associated with infidelity. 被绿 suggested that someone has been cheated on, while 绿帽子 or green hat means a person whose partner has been unfaithful. Netizens are so creative, they have even developed expressions like 头顶青青草原, green grassland above head, to indicate that someone has been cheated on badly. According to a popular legend, during the Yuan dynasty, family members of prostitutes were required to wear green hats to indicate their profession. Over time, the green hat evolved into the symbolic representation of infidelity. This is why green hats are rarely sold in China, and Chinese people seldom wear them. You know, many Chinese words, when inverted, still form a word, but the meaning changes from the original. For example, Shanghai is a city name, while 海上 means on the sea. Similarly, 牛奶 milk and 奶牛 cow, 故事 story and 事故 accident, 蜜蜂 bee and 蜂蜜 honey, 工人 worker and 人工 artificial. Let me know in the comments if this helped you pick a new vocabulary quicker or it is just making things more confusing. In Chinese, doubling up words is a thing we do a lot. And it is not just for kicks. It adds a whole new vibe or subtle twist to what we are saying. Like the word 看, which means to look or see. If you say 看看, it's more like a chill take a peek instead of a serious watch. 点 means click, 点点赞, just have a click on the like button, casual. And when you double up those adjectives, it's like adding a pinch of cuteness or warmth. 红红的 isn't just red, it's more like, oh, look how adorably red that is. Let's not forget about the little things saying 小小的 is just pointing out something teeny tiny size but in the most endearing way possible. Doubling nouns, totally a thing too. 人 means people. 人人 means literally everyone, leaving no one out. 天 means day, and 天天 that's your everyday. That's why in Chinese bridge competition, reduplication is even included as a test. Just like how different places in China have their own ways of speaking, they've got their own food lingo too. What's a 番茄 tomato? In the south, could be a 西红柿 or 洋柿子 in the north. And don't get started on 地瓜 versus 红薯. Both means sweet potato. 地瓜 we say it in the north, and 红薯 we say it more in the south. 菜花 versus 花菜, both are cauliflower. The first is the way we say in the north, and the second in the south. heads up for all you learning Mandarin. When it comes to verb, Mandarin keeps it easy. Doesn't matter if you are talking about yesterday, today, or tomorrow, or who's doing what, the verb stays the same. And nouns, they don't have a gender. One word fits all, whether it's a man or woman. Plus, forget about stumbling over articles like an, or the. Mandarin doesn't bother with them when you are talking about more than one of something. Book is 书, and guess what? Books is still 书. It is all about the context in the conversation. This might make some parts of learning the language a bit easier since you are not memorizing tons of rules. Ever heard of a Chengyu? They are these 4-word powerhouses in Chinese that pack a whole story or lesson in just a few characters. Picture them as tiny nuggets of wisdom pulled straight from history books, epic tales, or deep philosophical thought. They are important in everyday chat and add a touch of culture to conversations. They can take you back to ancient battles, legendary tales, or old school wisdom. Chinese kids often learn these Chengyu through stories. It used to be one of my favorite learning resources. Take 井底之蛙, for instance. It's like calling someone a frog in the well, basically saying they've got a super narrow view of the world. The Chengyu 栩栩如生 is exemplified in the famous story from Zhuangzi's works, where Zhuangzhou dreams of a butterfly. In his dream, the butterfly is described so vividly and lifelike. This story beautifully illustrates the concept of something being so realistic and vivid that it seems to come to life. When you learn Chinese characters, it's not just about memorizing strokes. It's like piecing together clues in a fun puzzle. Each character tells a story or paints a picture, giving you a little hint about what it means. Take 修, for example, which stands for rest. Picture this. On one side, you've got the person radical, like someone chilling out, and on the other side, there's mu, which means tree. Put them together, and you've got a chill scene of someone kicking back against a tree. Then there's Dao, a big deal in Chinese thought, especially in Taoism. It is all about the way or path you're on. The character mixes up 手, head, with this walking radical, kind of saying it is all about where your head's at while you are on your journey. By the way, learning to read the Chinese script can help you to enhance your brain function. Research in cognitive psychology has explored the cognitive engagement in deciphering characters, understanding their meanings, and integrating them into coherent verbal context. Like involves diverse brain regions, including those associated with visual and spatial processing, as well as linguistic and semantic comprehension. I hope you gain new knowledge about Chinese language. If you are interested in the history of Chinese language, you can check out this video. If you want to kickstart your Chinese learning journey, this video can guide you to study by yourself step by step. Share any other cute facts you've discovered while learning Mandarin. And if you are a native speaker, share with us. I will see you in the next one. Bye!